6 degrees, 56. 46. Okay, we're going to debate here. We have a debate beside the 46 or 56. 56, 50, no. Who cares? Who cares? Especially Sabah, Sarawak. They're like, oh, now when you recognize us. Huh? Bitch. Anyway, yes, this is a Malaysia Day episode. This is the audience live in the Joke Factory. Plus, we've got people watching live on Facebook right now. Early on, I went live and we had people watching from Adelaide and from Melbourne and from Singapore as well. So we've got a lot of people watching live. If you're watching live at home, you can join in the conversation as well as everyone here in the studio audience. We are an interactive show. This is not Sekolah Kebangsaan. You can speak back and say your mind, speak your mind. But first of all, I just want to say welcome to the Joke Factory. How many of you, this is maybe your first time to the Joke Factory tonight? So hey! Nice, thank you. Wow, first time. Wonderful, because it's free, right? Typical. You know what? We've got a packed show, a packed house. I know you are here just to enjoy tonight. I'm so blessed. I asked 3 of my favorite people, 4 of my favorite people to be here tonight. If they do me the honor of being here on the show with me tonight, and they all said no, so I had to get these other 4 guys. My second favorite people, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to some of my favorite comedians, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to bring them up on stage right now, give them a warm applause, because you know them, you love them as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the stage. This is Douglas Lim, from the Malaysian Association of Chinese Comedians. Douglas Lim. Thank you very much, Douglas. What's up, bro? Oh my God! Douglas says How long have you been in stand-up comedy? You've got the mic there. You take the mic. You've done this a long time.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Yes. Douglas, thank you for coming out.
You're welcome.
Started already lah.
Not yet.
Not yet. Sit down.
Thank you, man.
Just take a seat because we're going to bring on the second guy right now. This is another one of my favorite comedians. He just completed his first 1-hour special last weekend, and so I'm so proud of him for achieving that. And I'm so glad he's here tonight as well. This is Prakash Daniel. Prakash, welcome to the show. Grab the mic next to you. Okay, Prakash, thank you for coming out to the show. You've been doing it 6, 7 years, stand-up comedy? Yes, first time using a microphone?
Yes. Yeah, 7 years.
And Douglas, you've been how long?
This year 12 already.
12 already, oh my God. So we're going to bring on some newbies here. This next guy coming up, essentially not a stand-up comedian, but he's been working with Douglas and myself for over at least 15 to 20 years, doing improv comedy, and he's also a theatre and comedy actor. Rashid Salleh! Rashid Salleh! Grab that mic as you come in, Rashid. Rashid Salleh. Thank you. Rashid Salleh, and the only person wow, that looks like a slim fit shirt, Rashid.
Yeah. Finally, after like 6 years.
Those are the shirts that when I walk into Zara and say, can I try that? The guy at the shop always goes, no.
It's the G2000 special.
Yes.
Not so special anymore.
Okay. And finally, I'd like to introduce you to this comedian. Many of you might not know him, but I guarantee you, if you see him tonight, and you're going to know him very, very soon. He's one of probably my favorite new comedian on the scene. From Sabah, Mat Sabah! Okay. Mat Sabah, apa khabar?
Baik.
Right. Mat Sabah, nama sebenar ke? But just because you're from Sabah, you call Mat Sabah. Nama sebenar, what's the real name?
Ahmad.
Ahmad.
Yeah.
Ahmad Rusi. Mat Sabah, you sit back, babe, because our poor friend doesn't he? He's leaning forward. I don't know whether he's trying to kiss the girl next to him or he just wants to see you better. All right, guys. Now, the reason I've invited these guys, and I swear to God, they were the top 4 on my list, is because
You asked me last week.
I respect them equally for different reasons, and I'm so glad they're here tonight. And I believe they represent the best of what is, is Malaysian, essentially. I know, I'm sucking up to you, Douglas. Stop it. So Douglas Lim, okay,
There's still only
Screw that.
one in majority there.
Bro, you can hold the mic, boy. It's okay. We're going to talk to Douglas. Douglas, you've been doing this stand-up comedy game for 12 years.
Yeah.
And you are essentially known as the... what are you known as? What do you call yourself?
Rich guy.
Ah, are you rich?
No.
No, okay.
I'm just known as a rich guy.
So, Douglas actually started out as you trained or studied as a teacher.
Yeah, that was my degree. My degree was in teaching of English as a second language.
Oh my God.
That's so, yeah. Then I came back after my degree. I looked at the students and I gave up.
Not worth your time, apparently.
I think you do comedy better.
Yeah, no, fair enough. That is a fair statement. But you actually started off as a busker as well. You played songs written.
Oh no, I didn't start out as a busker. I was really doing a sitcom here. Now I was doing Kopitiam. I was an actor already here. Then when I went off to England to complete my studies, the pound went up to like 8 ringgit a pound. This was like 98, 99. I don't know if you remember that. So it went up to 8 ringgit per pound, and the government didn't have the money, so they allowed us to work. Although we were scholarship people, they allowed us to work, and so I started selling windows. It wasn't very good.
Selling what?
Windows.
Not the application.
No. Not the computer program.
That one I sell, alright?
Double glazing windows. I was trying to sell. Yeah, I did it. I failed to sell windows in Canterbury, and Canterbury has a cathedral with a lot of windows.
In the middle of summer.
I don't know. So I failed that, and I worked at a fast food outlet, and I was too slow. And so eventually, I just took my guitar on the streets and started playing music for people.
Oh wow, seriously?
Yeah.
And you came back and you continued that. I know you joined the Pepsi Young People's Talent Challenge or something.
Yeah, that was before I left. There was a Pepsi Young Discovery Challenge. I played the guitar and
Pepsi
sang
Young
songs.
Discovery Challenge. That sounds like a pedophile's dream.
No, that would be Penis Young Discovery Challenge.
Alright. Prakash.
Yes.
You've been doing stand-up comedy 7 years, and recently, in fact last Saturday, you had your first 1 hour special titled Beautiful. Did anyone go and see that? No.
Thank you guys, thank you for supporting the arts. Thank you for supporting the arts.
The silence was deafening.
It's amazing, amazing, yeah, thank you, yeah.
Probably the same reaction you got for your show also.
Yeah. I'm ready to be roasted,
Alright, commercial break.
But no, so yes, here's the thing though, in the stand-up comedy game as it is now, you always aim to get your first 1 hour special. That means the ability to do 60 minutes of material and to hold the audience and sell tickets. So you finally did it. That was a goal you've had, and so well done.
Thank you.
So you will see all these people at your second 1 hour
Yeah,
special.
that one not free show, I must pay.
How did you start?
How did I start? The first one also need to pay, bro. Typical Malay, everything also need government support. Anyway,
I'm Malana from Sarawak. We never got the money.
actually, same like Indian people also don't get anything. We just take the other people. Just drop. No, I started out at an open mic show called One Mic Stand.
Okay.
And then it was like I just went there. I did it for 5 minutes, and I'm like, okay, people laugh, and then it was good for 1 year. Then the next 3 years.
That sounds like my first relationship.
Yeah, yes. So after the 3rd year, I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this, right? And then we put a show together called Angry Indians.
Okay.
And then
Who's we?
Kavin J, Kiran Baladevan, Andrew Neto, Dinesh, and myself.
Okay.
And then from then it picked up again. So yeah.
Cool. So
Eventually, he took over One Mic Stand from being
Yes,
just
he
like
did.
a...
Yeah, that's right.
You took over One Mic Stand.
Yeah, Brian myself we took over.
well done.
Yeah.
Rashid Salleh,
Yes.
from Kuching, Sarawak.
Yes.
Anybody from Sarawak? Anybody from Sarawak?
One.
Yeah.
See, everyone's in Kuching right now.
Because they're actually the celebration for Malaysia Day
Yeah.
is in Kuching.
It's the only celebration where we have that we can actually enjoy.
No, here's the thing. Merdeka Day, every year they have either Dataran Merdeka or Putrajaya. Then I actually realized, no, we've never had a Malaysia Day celebration. Then I found out, no, it's in Kuching. But it's televised on TV and we don't watch TV.
Yeah, only in Sarawak and Sabah.
Oh my goodness.
It's supposed to be meaningful, so
supposed to be meaningful.
yeah.
Is it in Sarawak? What is the TV channel? Is it TV3?
The frequency.
Is it
No,
like
3D1 only.
Only one.
Yeah, but because we've already had like satellite dishes before Astro.
Okay.
So we already had 100 over channels.
Oh.
Oh, the line is drawn.
All Filipino channels.
Don't tell them.
No, so many satellite dish but no TV.
All go to the same house.
All the widescreen nowadays.
So Rashid Saleh was actually. Anybody of you watched the original Kopitiam? Say hey. Yes. Rashid Saleh was actually in Kopitiam as well. So how long
we
ago
were
was
both a
that?
lot thinner. About 20 over years ago.
Why are you holding a microphone like a rapper? It's like yo.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired. Okay.
Yeah, we were in
Hong Kong,
Kopitiam. I was 19. You were what?
23.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now you're.
Oh, a lot more than that. I'm 42 now.
I'm 47.
All right. Wow. Will we ever see Kopitiam again?
It'll be called Papa Rich, alright?
That's a good one. Anyway, so Rashid Saleh is a theatre, TV, comedian, actor. He was also one of the original sportscasters in ESPN when they opened up in Asia, and then now you do Astro Sports as well. And now you are the president of the Mixed Martial Arts. Is that right? MMA or FMA?
Yeah. President of MMA Malaysia.
Wow! Any mixed martial arts fans in the house? Nice. Yeah.
Okay, hi.
Awesome. Good. I know you got some great news about that. Sabah actually comes from a very, very small district town. Not even a town. Village. But not even a village. Just like you just some trees. Dari mana?
Alien.
Dari mana kat Sabah?
I'm sorry because I'm not good in English. Yeah. So for all those who don't speak English, you racist. Yeah. My mistake, sorry.
I'll translate for you.
Saya tinggal di Kunak.
Kunak.
It's a small. I live in a small village.
Ya. Kunak.
Silakan.
Ya.
Jadi
Cakap lagi.
kalau nak tahu kampung saya jauh dia macam mana, kalau daripada KK, kalau drive makan masa 10 jam.
I live very far from KK.
Itu baru
Makan masa 10 jam?
Ya, makan masa 10
I
jam.
also like to eat when I'm traveling from KK to my village.
Yes. Thank you.
Sama-sama.
Rashid, you just gave away his punchline. Give the mic back to Prakash. So, in the you just got it. I didn't realize you
We're setting up.
Rashid! You knew the joke.
I didn't know.
Improv. It's okay now.
Spontaneous.
No wonder he's
So,
into extreme cuddling now.
Sabah, Sarawak, Peninsula Malaysia. Originally from where? Cheras. Prakash. Segambut. Hey, I was actually born in Johor, but I consider myself a KL person. So Semenanjung and East Malaysia.
No, you don't consider yourself a KL person.
I do.
No, I see you in Johor with the prince and the king.
Driving in his
You think
car.
KL people don't go to him? They want just to drive the car, bro. Malaysia Day. Let's talk about that for a very brief moment. What did you do? Malaysia. What? Did anybody celebrate Malaysia Day? Or just find out from the audience. Anybody like, wow, Malaysia Day?
Oh yeah.
Okay, someone went, oh yeah. That oh yeah sounded like I had a hot night. Oh yeah. Man, what's your name? Yeah, you. No, don't go oh yeah and look away. No, what's your name?
Bibi.
Bibi.
Yeah.
You're from East Malaysia, right, Bibi?
Yeah, I was, but
You-
yeah.
You were?
I was, yeah, but now I'm
You changed
here.
your IC number already.
Permanently, I'm here, yeah. Right.
Oh, macam gonna
Okay, give me back the mic.
What did you say?
No, so Bibi, what did you do for Malaysia Day?
Oh yeah, happy Malaysia Day to everybody. That's it.
She don't want to reveal the
See
details.
what happens? You change your IC number.
And who's the lady next to you? Hi, what's your name?
Amni.
Amni?
Amni.
Or did you go Amni or was it Amni? I just want to clarify.
Amni.
Amni, hi Amni. And what's the relationship here between
My mother.
your mother?
Yeah.
No wonder she was looking embarrassed. All the time her mother's talking, she's like, I know how that feels, when your parents shoot off about something and oh Lord, old people stuff again, oh God. But thank you for coming to the show. What did you do for Malaysia? Anybody got the story? Nobody. So it just came and went, it's gone. What did you do, Douglas?
I was working and then I got a call from someone who had one empty space in his nighttime podcast show and asked if I was free to come and talk something.
So you say yes?
Yeah, I said
Wow.
yes, why not,
So busy.
And I was told that these guys are going to be here, so I said, yeah, definitely, we'll come and talk something.
Does Malaysia Day mean anything to you?
Holiday.
Yeah. Okay, what does Malaysia Day mean actually? Come on. Don't all the maths genius pula. Sejarah genius. Sorry, maths genius, I was thinking of pedophiles. Correct, the fellow who came at UKM down.
Yes.
How Malaysia Day?
Malaysia Day is the time where you guys joined us, right?
We terpaksa join.
No, it's very true.
Actually,
We
so,
terpaksa joined because we didn't have money. It was either us being Indonesian or become a new country. So we said new country lah. But you took our, never mind.
No, go on. Anybody, if you go on Facebook, if you got any comments, anybody, Muzakir, my man in the corner there, if there's anybody want to say something or ask a question on Facebook, you just interrupt and let us know, and you can join in the
Was
conversation.
Malaysia Day always a public holiday in Semenanjung? Does
No,
anyone remember?
So. They only a few years ago they said it's
So
on
Malaysia Day, I didn't even know there was a Malaysia Day until, I can't remember, I think about 12 years ago. Before that, it wasn't a thing.
Nope.
Does anybody remember exactly when it became a thing, a holiday, and when it wasn't?
You all know what's the day?
Today lah, September.
No. I mean the exact date.
Today
I
lah.
know, but what year? Okay, not bad lah. You all know your history. Okay. Just want to check.
No, but so here's the thing though, here's the thing. I grew up from a Semenanjung point of view, thinking that Merdeka was it.
Yep.
Not realizing that my friends like Mat Sabah and all, who were not even born at the time, but Merdeka Day doesn't mean anything to you, right, in Sabah and Sarawak?
Yeah, nothing.
We don't care lah. Yeah.
We had Wesak Day before Wesak
Yeah.
Day came to Semenanjung.
Oh, you had
We
Wesak Day.
celebrated Wesak Day
And also Good Friday, right?
and Good Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys were just down with all the
Yeah, we
public
already
holidays.
had our extra holidays.
So you are the ones who have caused Malaysia to have the most number of public holidays of any country in the world, right?
We're second behind Japan actually. Japan
Oh,
has the
okay.
most. Yeah.
But
We're now
so-
second, yeah.
So Wesak Day was a thing and Good Friday was a thing in... What was the thing in Semenanjung? What was Merdeka Day some more?
Koksi Raya.
No lah, we had the King's birthday, Wilayah Day, Federal Territories Day, Labor Day,
All those things lah, yeah.
a lot of things.
Olympic, winning Olympic, yeah.
We never won the Olympic, Sabah.
My mistake. Sorry.
No, because the broadcasting never reached
Yeah,
us. So.
There was a time when Sabah and Sarawak was half an hour ahead of us. Anybody remember
Now they are
this?
20 years behind.
Now, not before now.
Ouch. Sorry, Ministry of Communication. Jokes, huh? Jokes. Jokes. But if anything, arrest him. I have to explain.
It's
I
okay,
have
it's
to
okay.
explain.
You can arrest him, he's from Cheras.
No, but I think it's nice because they actually embrace the whole like deplorable state thing. You actually have a celebration called Wesak Day.
Actually, no. To the Buddhist Association, jokes. But if anything, we just opened this club a year ago and now we're single-handedly trying to close it down.
I said, some churras is good.
But okay, no. Let's talk about that. The point about comedy is, and Douglas is pointing out, there's always a hint of truth. In fact, comedy only works when there is truth. So, what is Malaysia? Is it? That's kaya.
It's very large, yeah.
And it's very big.
Kaya.
Sabah very kaya.
Okay.
Pandan or...
I mean Sabah ada flora fauna pulau pantai kaya dengan orang miskin
Sabah very rich.
So tapi bercakap pasal Hari Malaysia, sebenarnya saya sebenarnya tak setuju Sabah masuk Malaysia.
Asal.
Bukan ini point of view saya, sebab kita orang terpaksa mendengar berita setiap jam 8 masalah orang Semenanjung ya. Korang komplain 5 jam, 6 jam dari Kelantan ke KL, 6 jam dari Johor ke KL. Untuk pengetahuan korang, di Sabah drive 12 jam pun masih di Sabah So, apa masalah korang
Translation, Sabah still very big. Oh, I mean they don't have, because Sarawak now we have news from, they actually have special news for not East Malaysia but for Sarawak.
So what news?
Like Astro Wani actually has
news like Sarawak news.
Specifically
now what did you
Sarawak.
expect in the Sarawak news?
Nothing much, but it's the same lah. It's like, we're very poor, thank you very much. There you go, that's your slot.
So that means there's just a regional news just for Sarawak and Sabah now. Oh, that's cool.
No, but
It started after the new government took over.
We are pure.
oh, you mean like recently, like within the last year and a half?
Yeah.
I did not
I
know
didn't know
that.
that, yeah.
But out of curiosity, what are some of the news that actually happens in Sarawak?
The new cake lapis flavors.
That one came from a Sarawakian, okay? So don't complain.
Cake lapis Sarawak, right?
Kek lapis, ada arak baru ya. Itulah berita-berita kat Sabah.
Okay.
Says the Sabahan.
No, but so seriously, I mean, here's the thing though. I remember my first time when I went to East Malaysia was probably about 28 years ago. What struck me the most was that there were very few Indians.
Still very few.
No, because
Indians,
no, the whole, you know, when you grow up in Semenanjung, you automatically get taught to segregate Malay, Chinese, Indian, like car accident, oh Malay or Chinese or Indian, or you know, someone commits suicide, oh Malay, Chinese, Indian, someone drinks paraquat, oh Indian.
Always Indian. My uncle last week drank for fun, yeah.
But when you go to East Malaysia, that you guys don't grow up with that. That does not exist.
No, we never go Malaysia. When somebody had an accident, we just look at the plate number. What number you want them to buy before they...
Straight away.
Kita orang tak ada jalan ya.
Dah Sabah. We still haven't got a highway. Belum ada highway lagi dah.
Tak ada kemalangan,
Still
tak ada,
building.
tak ada.
Still building.
Tak ada kemalangan.
Sebab ada kereta. Itu bukan kereta tau. Itu actually agriculture.
But that was, I mean, I would say now that, well, right now I do know a lot of people from East Malaysia have moved over permanently and now say they were from Sabah, so they're no longer there, and then their daughters get really embarrassed. But, so now you could say that in a way the world is getting closer, but I do believe that Sabah and Sarawak, due to the Cobalt Commission, still have their certain rights. You guys still have a certain, the Cobalt Commission.
Suruhanjaya Cobalt.
Suruhanjaya.
Or MA63 we call it. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Explain.
We just want our rights back, that's all.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about that.
I don't remember so what's going on.
I should know.
Cobalt Commission.
Okay, gentlemen, tell us.
I think it's always important that no matter what you do, we get commission.
Yes. I agree with that.
No, it's important. That's
So you are just behaving very Chinese. I don't understand what the problem is here.
You are going to East Malaysia. Prakash, you've done shows in East Malaysia. You are going to East Malaysia on the Malaysian Association of Chinese Comedians MACC tour.
Yeah, on our final tour, we're going to be hitting KK and Kuching.
You just had a show in Penang.
Yes, we did.
And this is the final tour. So MACC, in case you guys don't know, is a group of 4 comedians made up of Douglas Lim, Jen, Han, Chi-Ho, and Jason, who you're going on a tour. You've done Penang, you're going to KK.
We're going to, after Penang this week, we go to JB in Singapore, and then after that we go to KK and Kuching, then after that we go to Hong Kong and 4 cities in Australia, and then we come back to KL to do our final 3 shows.
Oh wow, awesome. Anybody ever watched MACC before in action? This guy just had his hand up for every answer. What's your name, sir?
Sure, from Cheras.
Nice. It's nice to have the president of the DVD Association here.
Sing Papong.
Yeah.
Have you met each
Hidup
other?
Chimping.
Nothing to do with East Malaysia.
He brought Cheras, not me.
Hey, ceras baru, ceras lama.
Okay, let's talk about this. Now, this is what I love. This is what we love about comedy, and I specifically love about comedy because comedians and in doing stand-up comedy, we talk about topics which otherwise people go, "Hey, don't talk about that. That's sensitive. Don't talk about that. It's sensitive." Now, we do a lot of corporate shows. Correct me if I'm wrong, Douglas. Every single corporate show that we do, before we do the show, the client will give us a brief on the do-nots. No, seriously, I'm talking 28 years. Same thing. Here, don't joke about sex, politics, religion, and race. Right? Every single show. So we get on stage, we say, here are the jokes you can't joke about, thank you, good night, and we walk off. But because apparently there's this ingrained belief that we are sensitive. Now my question is, if you don't talk about something, how do you deal with it? How do you handle it? How do you get to know the subject, and how do you deal with it? If you tell everyone, don't talk about this, don't talk about it, and nobody talks about it, how do you deal with it? So I believe comedy is a great way. We are dealing with stuff like that. Right now on stage, you are witnessing that. I mean, Douglas, I presume you get caught for saying things.
Well, I do. I mean, there are some people who obviously have a knee-jerk reaction to what I say, and most often it's not even the context or the meaning, it's just the word. Like you say one word and suddenly everybody's like, oh no, you don't talk about that. In Malaysia, I find that the thing that plagues us, we always get this don't question. We got this thing, don't question, don't question, don't question, don't question. You know the best way to make me not question? Give me an answer.
Yeah.
I didn't even understand that. But
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the next MP for Cheras, right?
no, but because exactly that. Sometimes, as comedians, there's things called context. This is the context of a comedy club. We're doing a comedy live talk show. But what they'll do is they'll pick up the word, "Hey, Jinping, dia memajukan communism," just because he said Jinping.
Yeah.
So, and I guarantee you that's going to happen. I guarantee. Trust me. Watch the comments here. But for example, on the weekend, I ran a comedy workshop a month ago, and I had a show called Comedy for Change, where we talked about all the different topics like ageism, sexism, racism, and I just put the poster up, Comedy for Change, and comments were, "Oh, ini agenda DAP." Seriously.
Yeah, strong. See, if it was DAP, it would be comedy for Chen.
Yeah.
Some jokes don't work. That's okay.
For more of those jokes, watch Prakash show. No, but what you say is true though, because I remember I was on a show on Astro, and Mat Sabah, all your material, you banyak buat joke pasal Sabah mundur, Sabah di mana kampung awak, tak miskin, and there were comments saying like, "Hey, why Mat Sabah? Why don't you talk about how Sabah is maju, how Sabah has a lot of things, and we are all friendly? Why always talk about Sabah mundur?" That because nice things are not funny lah, then.
Yeah. And that show, my mentor is Douglas Lim.
Oh, what happened after that?
Saya dapat surat ya. Saya dapat surat daripada Kementerian Dalam Negeri.
True story.
Ya, true story. Tapi daripada kerajaan yang kalah lah. Bagi surat lagi ya, bagi surat lagi. Ya, tapi masihlah Douglas ya.
Okay, let me ask this. From your experience, is comedy able to affect a change? And, have you seen that change in the last 12 years or the last 6 years? Do you feel a change where you speak about certain topics, even as as someone who does comedy or watches a lot of comedy, can it affect change?
I think it's a different type of comedy. I mean, satire is very much political comedy, and that pretty much extends to a lot of the masses. So, no, sorry, not a lot of the masses, but in terms of satire, does comment on politics. So when people watch that, they understand. I mean, it's still comedy, but it really harps on the sensitivities of the politics.
Rashid, Salleh, you were with Instant Cafe for a while, 25 years ago, 20 years ago. Anybody heard of Instant Cafe? Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cheras. From Cheras. I don't know how we got from Cheras, but never mind.
So Instant Cafe was a political satire group that used to perform in and around mostly urban cities.
Yeah, we got banned a few times.
So you get banned a few times, but there was no social media, so you didn't get dragged off in a black van and never seen again.
Not yet. No.
Okay. But so has anything changed, Douglas, since you began right now? Do you feel things are getting tighter, or are we? Which direction are we heading?
So far, so good. I think the new government is taking let's see approach first to comedy and to many things. And so they have not come down hard on us comedians yet. I mean, even arrest and stuff like that for sedition or for posting stuff. They've taken a kind of softly approach for now. We don't know how long. I mean, recently the whole thing where our queen went off Twitter, and then I think there was a police report and they arrested some guy, and I thought it was really nice of the king and queen to say, please don't arrest him. It's cool.
Yeah.
And I think that sends a nice message, and I hope the rest of us, or the rest of people, the rest of the powers also understand that sometimes, yes, I don't know, there will be idiots who say things. But let them talk, maybe we can educate them, but I mean, to clamp down, one stupid yellow balloon falls down, you put them in jail, that's ridiculous.
Okay. No, that makes absolute sense, because, when an idiot says something, and there will be a lot of idiots that say a lot of things, the fastest way that you can hear about them is through Twitter or social media, and then you overreact to what an idiot says. But going back to what you said earlier, here's a little point of interest. I was talking to someone from Astro Awani, and they told me the good thing is in the last year and a half they have not received a letter or an email saying don't do this or watch out, you almost said that or something, which they used to receive all the time previously. So from their barometer, okay, cool. So they've managed to just...
They've learned their lesson. Don't simply send letters.
Oh yeah, from my Sabah.
Send an email.
Jangan. Nanti dia hantar email ya.
Sabah ada internet? Sabah, kucing aku tahu ada. Sarawak ada.
Defending.
Okay.
Ada deh, kampung saya sekarang media sosial pun dah okey. Dah ada Friendster.
Friendster ke ex-hamster?
Kita orang majalah Avon ya.
Sorry, bukan Kelantan.
I just want to check, anybody in the audience, if there's anything you want to ask, any comment you want to make about anything we've said before, just feel free. This is a really interactive show. It's all very cool, very open. Anybody just like to pipe in, say anything? If there's anything on Facebook, Moose?
So there's one comment.
One comment?
Yeah, they picked up on how Rashid did not finish his sentence when you have said, and then Sundan took our
So Rashid was saying something, and then Simananju took our blank and did not finish that sentence, and someone from Facebook has brought it up.
Oh, right, they took our hearts and our land. And our women, because I cannot marry another Sraukan, most of them are my relatives. No,
that doesn't stop anyone in Kelantan.
Yeah.
But that's West Malaysia. I don't know, West Malaysia different.
Oh, different.
Ooh. Sabah also different, right?
Sabah. Yeah, different.
Sorry, let me translate. Kau ada orang yang kokek dengan orang Sabah. Tidak. No, don't have.
Prakash, to stay out of trouble, have you
Because
ever...
in Sabah, they have fun with the animals. Anyway,
Okay, I have to apologize. I think we've all been carried away because this is actually how we talk when we're sitting around a stall and we're, in the mafia terms, breaking each other's balls. You know, just having fun at each other's expense. However, we forget it's a Facebook audience and people are here. Yeah, I know, seriously, we do this. We do this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, shut up, Mr. Chispin.
Communism and incest are very different. One is an ideology, the other one's a hobby.
Hobby?
Wait.
What's wrong with Lego? Did you say? I don't. Okay. Now, okay. Wait. Let's take this moment to look at what just happened here. Because communism is an ideology, incest is a hobby. We laugh, and then someone out there is going, "You can't joke about incest." I'm not making fun of people who say that, but can you joke about topics like this?
Sorry, I gotta explain to him what incest means. Abang dengan adik kongkot.
seks rambang.
Bukan incense. Incense tu api. Okay, faham. Sorry, carry on. We're a bit delayed, Sabah Sarawak, you know.
Saya tidak terbabit dalam kes ini ya. Because anything
And
happens,
Indian keeping quiet.
because anything happens, they'll still put me in jail. All says here, the brown fella put in there.
That's why we call you scapegoat.
Not bad. I like how we're just roasting each other instead of talking about Malaysia. Yes, Adi, you have a question.
No, you know what? Screw that. This is Malaysia. I don't know about you. I'm slightly older. I'm about 38 now.
Wow, you're 1 year older than me.
38 my waist. But back in my day, we would talk to each other like this. Oi, bodoh Cina, Melayu, this was among friends. No, but this was among friends, and it was not considered racist because the intention was not there. For me, racism happens when the intention is to be racist. But I come from a slightly different generation when, we all spoke to each other like that with no intention. And I don't know when this happened. I used to go to open houses, Chinese New Year, Deepavali, and Christmas everywhere. I used to go to all my friends' houses. Nowadays, I know it's like, tak boleh pergi rumah tu sebab mungkin dia tak masak in this particular type of pan or whatever. I don't know when that happened. So here is what's happening. We're just jamming, we're talking, we're having fun. Someone will feel offended. You have a great look or a great outtake on being offended, and I know you shared this one, like offense is not given, it's only taken. And do you find that? I mean, like you said earlier, people take things out of context.
No, I mean, definitely, you can get offended with a lot of things. Unfortunately, I have no control over that.
Yeah.
And I think it's a lot of times as comedians, especially in Malaysia, I've done shows with Mimat Sabah on TV, and the comments we get, tak baik lah, tak baik lah. It's not good, tak baik lah, tak baik lah, tak baik lah. Kita tak buat baik, kita buat lawak.
my mentor.
This is entertainment. I mean, it's just, you know, like you say, can you joke about incest? Not if you see it happening. Don't joke about it. Try and stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, or complain to someone. But is it a topic that you can talk about and joke about? I think so. I think so. Again, will I do it? I don't know. Maybe not. Depending. I may have to look around. You know, I may have to suss the room and to see whether it's appropriate or not. But if I fail, you know, it's really I didn't go out of my way to insult you, or or purposely do it, because a lot of the time people say, no, you do this and you look down on us, you look down on this group, you look down on that group, you look down on this group. We don't look down on you, we look past you. We don't realize you're there.
Yeah, we just want your money, isn't it?
Perfect example, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect example. I did a show once. It was a Netflix special called "I Told You So." It's still on Netflix. Go and watch it later. No, so I did this line about my wife being having a PhD, and I said she has a real PhD, not I bought my PhD from a university in Kazakhstan PhD. And it was one of those throwaway lines, which wasn't even the punchline. I was focused on something else. When the show came out, a whole Facebook group got together of all these doctors who had studied in Kazakhstan and were slamming me like, how could you say this? And that line was not even important. And when someone showed me this Facebook group, I was like, huh? Like, I had looked past them. I was not intending to offend them. I didn't even know they were there. I just typed in, during my research, where can I get a PhD? And Kazakhstan came up. That does not mean there aren't real universities in Kazakhstan. That's just my Google research. But exactly, I like that line, we don't mean to offend you, we look past you, we don't see you, we're not even there. Have you intentionally or unintentionally offended someone doing some stuff on stage?
No, I don't think so, because I do talk a lot about, like, because I grew up from my family were Hindus and then we converted to Christianity, so I do a lot of jokes based on religion and stuff like that. I don't hate the religion, but I hate the practices that is done in the religion. So I did a few jokes, and after the show, this group of ladies came up to me and was like, boy, your jokes are very good, boy, but you know, leave Jesus aside. I'm like, why? I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about the people who are using his words wrongly. You know, that's about it. Like, no, we all let them do. Like, why you must talk? I want to talk, lah. Let me talk. When we inspire, go to a TED talk, right? Don't come to a comedy show. So yeah, I think so. I don't do it purposely. Just like, I just do it because I want to talk about it. No?
But can you imagine in Malaysia where I wish we could head to its direction, where it'd be amazing if this demographic right here in this room was Malaysia. I think if we had this demographic, and I'm not saying that we're all the same or all different, but at least we are here within the same context, meaning we just want to have tonight a good time, we want to have fun. So in the context of Malaysia, we want to progress, we want to work together, we want to get better, as opposed to out there where you suddenly get segregated into, you know, now it's non-Muslim products and Muslim products and stuff like that, where everything gets thrown into segregation. Have you got a bit about that? Buying non-Muslim and buying...
Not so much a bit on that, but more of just the overreaction. But you know, I don't want to touch again on the Muslim because I'm not one. But I can give you an example about like how the Chinese reacted with the whole card issue. I don't know if you heard about that. The whole with the Jawi calligraphy, which is there in a lot of Muslim literature. And so when they tried to introduce to Chinese schools, the Chinese lost their mind, like they were going to close down Genting or something like that. We were, and I think it was a pure miscommunication. Listen, like, because you go to a bunch of panicky Chinese people and you mention the words Muslim and cut, they're not thinking about calligraphy, they're thinking about circumcision. It's a different type of cut. That's why they were like, lanchao cut. That's why it wasn't a bad word, it was an inquiry. Lanchao cut, like, they were like, hey, tak mau cut, Cina, tak mau.
Sorry, I have to translate all this. What was the question again?
Cut, I understand.
Dia bukan Muslim.
Okay.
Daripada segi
Sabah.
in East Malaysia, when you see Semenanjung people arguing over this kind
We
of stuff.
laugh. Yeah. Yeah, we never.
We're not stupid. Just look at orang bodoh semua. Okay. Yeah, buat hal lah. Bagi duit balik.
Tapi Sabah jauh lah beza dengan Semenanjung. Macam sebab kita orang
flight kan.
Ya. Sebab kita orang ada 33 suku kaum. So sebab tu kita orang tak resis ya. Banyak sangat ya. Kalau 3 mungkin boleh lah. Ya, macam dekat kampung saya pun orang Cina, orang Melayu, orang India boleh minum arak sama-sama ya. Ya, so bagi saya
kampung mana tu? Mau pergi melawat kamu.
Tapi bagi saya kalau nak tengok suasana yang betul-betul satu Malaysia, pergi dekat Sabah lah kot. So saya pun dah datang sini, lepas tu saya nak makan dekat restoran Cina, kawan saya larang, tak boleh lah makan restoran Cina. So kita orang pun minum arak je.
Actually jemput lah. Jemput. Jangan lupa. But it's true, you go to Sabah and Sarawak, no one drinks coffee or tea. I remember I went to perform there. So it was the evening, I went to have teh tarik. I ordered like kopi peng, then the guy like, kopi peng, ani untuk si Kaling ni. And I'm like, what? And all the uncles were laughing at me. Ni orang awas suka minum bir kan? I'm like, okay lah, I drink beer with you lah. So I didn't drink coffee, it's normal for them. It's like every Indian man's wet dream if you go to Sabah.
The amount of different alcohols you guys have in East Malaysia is ridiculous, right? You got Tuak, you got Langka. What else that?
Sabah, there's Montoku.
Montoku. Yeah, Montoku. I start from Form 2. Yeah.
It's natural drink.
I stop now.
From different rice.
No. Now you only hydrate. Blue Label.
Blue Label. Dari bot yang kita curi itu.
What's the week of drinking where you just
Aramaite. No.
what's it called?
In Sarawak is Gawai, in
Gawai.
Sabah is Kamatan.
We celebrate Kamatan.
We
How
just
come you give us Wesak, give us Good Friday, you didn't give us Kamatan?
because we get drunk every day of the year.
So it's Kamat year lah, not just one day.
Every day is
Gawai.
Gawai.
Okay. Gawai. Moose, anything from Facebook? The people are just enjoying the shit.
Okay, they want Sabah and Rashid to talk about the harmony that East Malaysians have compared to the Peninsula.
They want Mat Sabah and Rashid to talk about the harmony that East Malaysian have compared to Semenanjung. Okay, A sharp. Harmony. Where's the harmony? Okay, is that good enough, Facebook? Good enough for you? Harmony.
No money, tapi ada harmony.
Okay, guys, we're almost there towards the end. I just want to shine a little bit of light on the MACC tour, which is hitting Johor, and what are the dates? Do you know offhand the dates?
Oh.
No, you.
Yeah. No, it's a.
Okay, what website can they go to?
Yeah, just go to maccmaniax.com and you can get all our details. We're doing all the shows, all the cities. We end back in KL on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of November. So it's 2 months of touring for us.
Tell your friends in Sabah.
Yeah, it's
Hong Kong as well.
Yeah, Hong Kong. We're doing all these places. It's our last tour together, so we won't be performing as a as a foursome
So
anymore.
last tour together, that generally happens when everybody don't like each other anymore. lah.
No, the thing is, we didn't.
Guns N' Roses did
We
that.
started also didn't like each other already.
Oh,
but I think it's just it's enough. 10 years. So and when we say we are going to leave, we will leave lah.
Yeah.
We won't stick around.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So like, no way will you come back. Like for example, no way will MECC come back. Like no way will Kopitiam come back.
Well, I mean, Mahathir can come back.
Oh, anybody seen M for Malaysia? The screen. See Shona. Only the advertisement.
Trust.
Anybody see M for Malaysia? Yeah, I went to watch it last night. Anybody see M for Malaysia? Not many. Go and see lah. I don't know whether it's still.
Anyone seen Sanka? Okay, not enough.
No. Okay, so since nobody saw it,
Harith, we have extended M for Malaysia until 18th of September.
Oh, they're going to extend it till 18th of September. Oh, that's 2 days. Go and see it. It's well worth a look. Get some real insight into, well, at least the relationship between Tuan and his wife, which I think was a highlight for me. So you mentioned Sanka because you're big into MMA. There's going to be a fight for change.
Yeah, there will be a charity fight, MMA fight on the 23rd of November. It's called Fight for Change. We're actually educating people on MMA, and also we're actually trying to raise money for the journalists of Malaysia. As we've heard the last month or so, they've had problems with, the NST might be closing down. But actually across the board, a lot of journalists, including sports journalists, are losing their jobs. So we're doing this for change. We're going to have a next Malay male editor, Harith, who will be fighting at the Cobra Rugby Club on the 23rd. We're going to build this MMA cage inside the hall. And
what date is this?
23rd November on the Saturday.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
This guy can fight.
They're going to fight. He's going to fight.
Can he fight?
Yeah. Can he fight? He's been training the last 6 months.
Who's he fighting?
An experienced MMA.
Oh, you die lah.
Who's also his coach.
The guy is a journalist.
His coach as well.
What words?
Wait, so this is Fight for Change. Can you teach the Indian people? He's fighting non-stop, no change.
Yeah, and the
Bangsa, Talawi 3, that's all you need to do. All listeners put I see all fighting people, I know.
No, that is, Indian is fight for spare change.
Correct! Masa, after AK, guys, AK by 25 years.
So, Mat Sabah, you have been coming to the Joke Factory now for over a year. I think the audience is growing. Anything big coming up? What's next for you? I think you are. I don't know about you guys, but I got a feeling Mat Sabah is destined for huge things. Seriously. What's next, Mat Sabah?
I will do open mic lah. I will try hard lah. Please come open mic.
Tuesday, 20 ringgit only.
Support me.
So, okay, open mic is a night when new comedians come to try jokes, or some of the more experienced comedians come to try. Bro, aim a bit higher, bro.
Oh, aim a bit higher. Yeah, I will do my solo show. Yeah. I don't know when. Yeah. But higher lah. Yeah. Aim higher.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much to everybody who's been watching on Facebook. Thank you for what's not tuning in. Thank you for watching. Watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who's come out here to the Joke Factory. What's going to happen is we're going to stop the Facebook Live. We're going to go for a quick 10-minute break, and then would you guys want to see a little bit of stand-up from? So you guys should be here, because we're going to end the Facebook now, and you don't get to see it. So once again, thank you very much. Thank you for watching officially Harith Iskander. Hopefully, just wanted to let you know we have shows 6 nights a week at the Joke Factory, and follow us on thejokefactory.com.my. Terima kasih, assalamualaikum, and happy Malaysia to everyone. See you.